Okay, so this video is gonna be a little ad-libbed, but um, I just want to have this put out. So I saw something on like Snapchat, like Discover, and it was talking about how people were upset about Kendall Jenner because she was talking about like mental health and stuff like that. I didn't watch her video or anything like that, so maybe she did portray it wrong. Maybe it was like a case of that Pepsi commercial that she did. I don't know, but I get I get so sick of seeing people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm sure you struggle sitting on your like $10,000 couch and stuff like that." And like even some of the comments said, there anyone can struggle with mental illness and anyone can struggle with mental illness, but like you're sitting on like a $15,000 couch and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong. Yes, being able to pay your bills and stuff like that can greatly contribute to your mental well-being, but depression and other mental illnesses, they're they make you feel horrible for no reason. You can have all the money in the world. You can have all of the accolades. You can have people constantly clamoring to you, saying how great you are, people constantly loving you. But mental illness will make you not feel that love, no matter if you're rich. So yes, she Kendall Jenner or anyone rich for anyone rich will have it easier, but why do we have to compare struggles? We're all one people. Shouldn't Why do people have to complain when rich people talk about mental health? If if anything, and this is me saying it when I don't mean shit to the world. I might become some bigger YouTuber, whatever, media influencer, whatever type bullshit. Literally, I I have 5 subscribers. They're basically all family and friends. I literally mean nothing to the world, and I'm basically a broke person who's struggling with mental illness. But um I'm a broke person struggling with mental illness, but you should not shame someone if they're rich, if they're more privileged, and say that their mental illness doesn't matter. Or sure, they may have a mental illness, but them sitting on a expensive couch or being able to pay their bills, like that's gonna just solve everything. It's almost hypocritical at a point. If anything, if anything, actually being rich and famous might actually I this might be a hot take, but like I said, I come from nothing. I don't mean shit to the world. I'm a broke person struggling with mental illness, but like, if anything, being rich and having people constantly talking about you and commenting stuff about you, or just being in the public eye and having paparazzi and stuff like that, if anything, that would make that would increase your mental illness more than anything. I mean, again, what I just did is comparing struggles, so I shouldn't say that being famous would um increase your mental illness more than anything else. But if anything, that's an easy way for it to um be increased. And I think a lot of people just see what they don't have, and then they just think that will solve everything. Um, someone who's single, someone who's like never had a girlfriend before. Well, if I have a girlfriend, boom, I'm perfectly fine. But that getting a girlfriend might create more problems. That's just one example. But like getting money, people always want money. These people seem like, oh, well, they're able to pay their rent, so it makes it easier to deal with their mental illness, which is potentially true, which is true, but at the same time, mental illness, you can be so happy, you can have everything you ever wanted, but like it doesn't mean anything to you. That's the whole point of mental illness, is that it's unnatural. Sometimes mental illness can be caused by something that's happening in your life, like a traumatic experience. But other times, it's literally just chemicals in your brain being unbalanced. It's literally just the luck of the draw. Well, not like good luck, but the bad luck of the draw is that you can literally have anything, but anything you ever wanted, but you have chemicals unbalanced in your brain, and then you don't care that you have everything. So if anything, these people who are commenting on her posts or commenting on any celebrity's post, like forever, like it happens all the time, even like celebrities who are known to be like mental health advocates, like I know the Kardashians aren't close to that, but like even celebrities who are mental health advocates, they get these comments, and people always say this all the time, and it's so annoying because it's from people who have mental health, who know the issues of mental health, that like that even if a loved one says something to you and tries making you feel better, it doesn't always help. And so it just kind of blows my mind a little bit, because they are people with mental health, but what they are saying, they're perpetuating a stigma that to mental health, like they have mental health. You would think they would understand it, but you would think that them just being able to pay their bills, yes, that will help their mental health a little bit, but it's not going to cure it. It's not like if you can pay your bills, you don't have anxiety. If anything, if you're rich, then you can buy whatever you want. If anything, that would make things become less valuable to you. It it's like Maslow's hierarchy pyramid. It's just like the more you get, you know, being able to pay your bills when you can buy a mansion, you don't necessarily think about it. So yes, that's true. They should be grateful for that. But at the same time, they're what messes them up is completely different than what messes you up. It's I keep on saying this, but it comes back to the thing where we need to realize that we're all one, especially with mental health. Like a celebrity saying that they struggle with mental health back in the 1900s, if that shit happened, everyone would just clown them. And now we're hating on celebrities for saying that they have mental health issues when we should be applauding them for using their platform. Now again, I didn't see this Kendall Jenner video. It could be complete shit. It could further stigma. But I'm just saying this in general because literally anytime a celebrity says that they're dealing with mental health and stuff like that, they get shit on. And I saw some comments that said, um, I'm so sick of seeing celebrities say that they're dealing with mental health. Then they read a book or meditate, and then it's all good for the day. Now, here's the thing. different things work for different people. That same comment also said, how about you talk about medications? That doesn't get talked about enough. But different things work for different people. I personally journal and meditate. Why meditate? It makes me feel good. Not for the rest of the day. I feel good for like an hour, then I feel shitty again, but then I journal. There's different things that help everyone. To say someone needs to talk about medication if that doesn't work for them personally, that's just crazy. And I get it. I get it. They what those people are saying is that if you can just meditate or just read a book and you're perfectly fine, then maybe that's not mental health. Like a mental health illness. But I think it's a spectrum. I know um we say uh uh what's it called? God damn it. Um we say autism's on spectrum. But my personal belief is any mental illness is on a spectrum. You can have mild depression or you can have crazy batshit fucking depression on steroids, okay? So maybe celebrities, like what you guys are saying, they can pay their bills or whatever. Maybe they don't have some crazy batshit depression, and maybe they have more of a mild case of depression, and reading a book and meditating actually helps them out. It doesn't mean since their struggles are less than yours that their struggles don't mean anything. That's just so bullshit to me. And I think it's kind of the thing that misery loves company. And I've been there too. You know? You you kind of push away the people who are happy. You get mad at the people who are happy, and you basically say, well, your struggles aren't as much as mine, so you know what, they just mean nothing, even though that's not. You have to take it as it is, you know. Who knows, maybe she doesn't actually have anxiety or whatever. Maybe Kendall doesn't actually have like some, like, actually diagnosed with anxiety, and I guess reading a book just makes her feel better. But should we hate on her for that? And yes, saying, oh my god, I deal with anxiety, but when I read a book, I'm cured. Yes, that's not, I don't think that's really how anxiety works, but and that could be perpetuating a stigma. But why do we instantly go to hate, you know? Like, we instantly go, well, you're like, you have more than me. You're more privileged, so you know what? Like, don't talk to me. I don't want to hear that you struggle. Because that ignorance itself is going to keep you in the place that you are at. We should realize, I wish that we could really realize that we're all one person, and someone else's struggles, no matter wealth, fame, race, ethnicity, we can relate to them in a way. Sure, we're not going to have the exact same struggles. Sure, some people are going to be more privileged than us. Trust me, I'm more privileged than others. Even though I'm not rich, I understand I'm more privileged than others. But that doesn't mean that my struggles mean less. We don't need to be comparing struggles. For those people who can't meditate, who need medication, my heart goes out for you. But like, you don't need to be hating on people who who um who try and talk about their struggles too and say that's nothing because they're more privileged. And don't get me wrong, I know these people are trying to talk about a stigma about mental health, because a lot of people, especially with internet culture nowadays, like, mental health basically becomes a meme, and a lot of people are just like, oh my god, I'm so depressed. Like literally, like, like one bad thing happens to them, depression. I'm depressed now. Like yes, that's a bad thing that's going on. That does happen. That's a bad stigma. But we shouldn't attack people who are actually trying to help others. Like I said, I didn't see the video, so maybe she did perpetuate a stigma. But I'm just talking in general. Rich people can suffer from diseases. And what you're saying is, yes, nothing's helping you, okay? Well, what about the celebrity who has nothing? My phone's about to die. But what about the celebrity who has nothing that helps them? What if yoga, meditation, or whatever doesn't help them? Money won't help them. Being able to pay their rent won't help them. And I get what some of the commenters were saying is some people, some celebrities do think, oh, I have anxiety. I'm just gonna read a book. I'm just gonna do this one thing. Oh, it's cured, and they don't actually have like a diagnosis or serious this disorder. And I understand that. That is annoying. Normal people do that too all the time. Like I said, it's like a meme. Mental health is a meme now, even though I don't really think it should be. People constantly say they're depressed when they're not actually diagnosed. But I just think we should we shouldn't start out with hating, okay? Because maybe these people actually are dealing with anxiety, and maybe something like reading does work. Oh, I don't know, maybe it does. Some people, something so simple as just stopping what you're doing and breathing in and breathing out helps them. It doesn't cure them, but it might help them. So I think we shouldn't people shouldn't be as bitter as, and trust me, it's easier said than done by saying people shouldn't be as bitter as they are, because I've been in that place. I've been where misery wants company, where you're like, "Oh, well, you have a better life than me. You're more privileged." Okay, I don't want to hear you. Trust me, I've been in that place, but we shouldn't be fighting towards these people. I I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on this. My phone's probably gonna die in the middle of this, but that's just my personal opinion. Some people might have a different one. I bet you a lot of people will have issues with this video, but pers that's just what I personally believe. We shouldn't hate on someone or say their struggles are less, no matter what. Yes, they might be more privileged. Yes, they might have it a little easier, but they still have struggles. Shouldn't there be comfort knowing that someone else has struggles, especially someone who's made it, who's famous? They have struggles too. They're similar to you. Sure, they're not the exact same people. They live in a completely different world and they're famous, but they're they're like you. We're all people at the end of the day. I would find that comforting. Listening to Pimp a Butterfly helped me out so much when I was struggling back in like 2016, 2017. I give that album credit for saving my life. I don't go, oh, Kendrick had money. He didn't actually have depression. He legit says in one of his songs, um, something along the lines of, you know, then they would know suicide, money can't stop a suicidal weakness or something like that at the end of You. But yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinions. People probably won't see this video anyways since I have no subscribers, but if someone does see this video, I guess I want to see your thoughts and opinions on my personal opinion, because it's something that I find really annoying that people bring up. Yes, being able to pay for your rent does help your mental health a little bit, but at the same time, it's not going to cure it. For the same reason that you said reading and meditation, like you get mad saying reading and meditation helps them, they probably get mad by hearing um by hearing that having money will help them. There's certain things that help different people. Different things help different people. Even something as small as meditation or reading can help people with their mental health. It doesn't cure them, you know? They still struggle with it, but just different things help different people. And I think it's kind of ironic in a way that some people who struggle with mental health issues perpetuate a stigma about it, while at the same time they're trying to defeat a stigma about it, but they just themselves perpetuate a stigma about it. And I just find it so annoying. But again, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't I I personally think that I'm right. I mean, obviously, but I I could be wrong. I'm just one person. Like I said, I don't mean shit to the world. So like I'm just one person, but I think the more that we realize that we're all one, the better the world will be and the better each individual person's life will get. It won't cure you, trust me, it won't cure you, but it will make you realize that even someone who's famous, who's rich, they can have the same struggles with you, and that'll help a little bit. It won't cure you, but it'll help a little bit. I don't know. That's just what I think. Also, I just want to say one last thing. There are people who are less privileged than the people who are commenting. Think about it. These people have the internet, they're commenting about stuff. So there could be people from third world countries who are saying, yo, I don't even have internet. At least you have a house to live for. Oh my god. Hey, another Kendrick lyric. Um you're living to pay rent. I live in a hut, bitch. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's people who are less privileged than you also. So these people who are commenting, oh, well, they don't have to worry about paying rent. Well, some people have to worry about actually having a fucking home. So if you just say that, if you keep on trying to compare struggles, there's always going to be someone less privileged than you who can be saying the same thing that you're saying to someone who's more privileged than you. There's always someone who's going to be less privileged than you. You have the internet, you have all of these things. A lot of people don't have that. I think over half the world's population doesn't have the internet. So for all of these people commenting they're sick of these privileged people, well, there might be someone in a third world country out there struggling with mental illness, and I mean they might not have the internet, so they wouldn't be able to see your comment, but they might be thinking, oh, well, you're struggling to pay rent. I'm struggling to find a fucking home. I think I already said that, but it's the same thing. The cycle of just comparing struggles will forever continue because there will forever be someone who is less privileged than the person before them. Okay. God, I'm outie. Peace.